Have you ever wondered what's out in space? I have. I've always wondered if spaceships are real, you know. I don't think I've ever seen a UFO. But does that make me a kook? Because I wonder? You know? It's really weird. This is a cell phone. It cost me $3. See? Bought it at a thrift store for $3. Well, my wife did. She's smarter than me. But I'm not a cameraman either. And the one I hired can't seem to get me in the center of the page. Does that make me kind of odd? Well, hold on a minute. You can't see anything with these glasses or without them. But I need to comb my hair a little bit because one guy told me the next time I make a video, try and comb your hair. You know, I guess it makes my message more credible. I don't know. He said, "This is not radio, Paul. Comb your hair." Fine then, and take a shower. I haven't figured out how he knew whether or not I took a shower based on a YouTube video. Yeah, he also said shave. Hold on a minute. He didn't say whether or not I had to use shaving cream. I mean, I used to dry shave when I was a submariner back in 1921 on a submarine. So there. Don't want to have only one eyebrow. You happy now? Okay. Well, he also said that you know, I got to put something decent on. It looks like I bought my clothes at Walmart. What's wrong with Walmart? I mean, does that affect the message I have? Hold on. It's brand new. See it? Old Navy, man. Old Navy. Still got the price tag on it and everything. Ugh. Okay. Got my Old Navy shirt on. Shaved. Took a shower before I started the video. What else was I supposed to do? I forget. Anyway. My message should be more credible now, right? One would think. Well, the reason why I made this video wasn't anything about what I just did. It was about the fact that there's more to that dream I had. And it has to do with all you guys. It has to do with some people I've been corresponding with. I've been corresponding with a lot of atheists. And I have a lot of respect for those people. They think. You know, they really think. They're not that biased. They go pretty deep into the physical realm, and they establish facts about a lot of stuff I never knew. So I enjoy corresponding with atheists on this YouTube thing because they listen to you. Because you know they listen to you because of their responses. So I have to commend them for that. But I still had this dream, okay? And this dream is a hula hoop dream, and this dream is posted on my website. The link is in the comment section of this YouTube video, or will be once I finish it. And well, just an update, okay? I had a phone mail message on this phone from a dude in Rome, a duke, who was going to give me a tour of the Vatican for the purposes of meeting Adolfo Nicholas face to face. And that's all he knew. I was introduced to him through another fellow, a gentleman. His first name is Eric. I'm not going to expose his other name, because I haven't asked him for permission. But he introduced me to this guy, this Duke, and he was going to meet me there so that I could go in and do that. Yeah, I already said that, right? And I didn't go. So this dream that I had was during that time of consideration to go. And so the interpretation of it is that there's this bib. It's actually more like, it was more like a little thin mattress that you put in a baby's crib. It was kind of a rectangle. It wasn't 2 feet by 2 feet, in my recollection. Anyways, that was placed up on a neon sign. It wasn't placed there. It actually landed there when I fell to the ground. That neon sign is a challenge, pretty much, to take that message and complete it, because at this point it's incomplete. But I want you to know I did email the Duke, and I did tell him if he gets my email, I'm ready to go if he wants me to. And so the ball is back in somebody else's court. It's not in my court anymore. It's in my court to check my email. And once I get there, here's what the challenge is. The challenge is, no matter who it is, I can pick on a lot of different secret societies, but I'm going to pick on one specific that I feel has some detrimental side effects or primary effects, detrimental to our society, okay? I could be all washed up, and please forgive me if I am, but it is the Black Pope and the Jesuit Priest Society in itself as an organizational structure. If you just search on the internet for Black Pope and read about him, you see a lot of hate, and you see a lot of hate, really. Everybody hates. And my mission to go to Rome is not to hate. You see, because I think there's a little boy inside that man, a human. And I don't hate humans, I just don't. I get irritated with them all the time. That's why I'm an angry dude, but I don't hate them. And so if I did have the opportunity to meet that Pope face to face, I'm kind of like stealing my own thunder, because I would pray with him. That's what I want to do, pray with him. And the reason why I want to pray with him is because I believe that he is responsible, accountable, and has the authority to control almost everything that's wrong with our planet. Okay? That's the mission. And your mission is to recognize that your brother is not your enemy. The people that live on the continent, on the other ocean away from you, is not your enemy. A Muslim is not your enemy. I mean, you know where I'm coming from, right? People are not your enemy, man. None of us. As long as we have breath in us, we have the opportunity to live, but we also have the opportunity to change. And it's not up to me to decide whether or not someone should live or die. I've got to go to the Bible. I'm sorry, but I just have to, or at least the principles in the Bible. And that principle is basically vengeance is mine, is what God says, first of all. And secondly, I'm told to love one another as I would love myself. Treat others the way I'd want to be treated. I mean, yeah, there's lots of rules and regulations and laws in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament, concerning laws and things that should be followed, but those were nailed to the cross in the New Testament for the most part. The royal law, however, which was kept in the ark, which was a representation of what's in heaven, that's what makes it really important, because it's still in heaven, is the ark. And what was the contents in the ark? One of which was the 10 Commandments. And those are not laws and ordinances, and those were not nailed to the cross. Those were not done away with. Yeah, we stopped sacrificing animals when Jesus Christ died on the cross, because he is our sacrifice. And all those animals being sacrificed was to try to teach humanity what was coming. We didn't listen. Okay? Genesis, Mr. Atheist, Mrs. Atheist, atheist person. Genesis is a book that you just go to the first chapter. This shirt, these glasses, all the stuff I did was about talking to a guy that doesn't believe in God. And an atheist will always ask me to prove that God exists and so forth and so on. But the point I'm bringing up is it's about that guy. He kind of brought this stuff to light for me. And that is that, you know, I look in Genesis and I look at the very first part of Genesis. I look in the fact that it was handwritten by some man, Moses. And in the first chapter, in the first Genesis 1, we don't even have to get to Genesis 2. You know, within that book is a description of the creation of the physical realm. Okay? Now just consider how challenging it would be for you. Okay, I'm going to pretend I'm a Hebrew slave. And I know my father, and my father is a Hebrew slave in Egypt. His father was a Hebrew slave. That's 3 generations of doing nothing but slavery. I don't have any books. I don't know how to read. There's no cars, electricity, internet, none of that kind of stuff. All I do is break sticks all day to make bricks so we can build pyramids for this Pharaoh dude in Egypt. Didn't start out that way, but I won't get into all that. They were friends initially, and eventually they became slaves for 400 years, man. So here I am, and Moses is alive, but I know nothing, man. Now, Moses' challenge is to tell me how the physical realm... Excuse me. I can never say that word. Moses' challenge is to tell me, a Hebrew slave of like 5-6 generations, 400 years anyways, his challenge is to teach me how the physical realm was created in one chapter, or just about on one page. Okay? That's Genesis 1. So he writes out Genesis 1 and hands it to this Hebrew slave guy. First of all, I'm not sure whether or not I know how to read, but here you go. Forget all those pagan gods in Egypt and all that stuff and just read this. This is true. That was the background of how that book was written and how that chapter was written. And now the guy telling me I need to shave and stuff, he's attacking it. He's attacking it and asking me to prove that it's real. That the fact is that it's a myth and this and that and 29 other arguments. And I'm saying, you know, why are we even discussing it? With the advancements of mankind over a period of thousands of years, you know, and all of our technology and our telescopes and calculations and atomic clocks and all that stuff, we still haven't figured out anything better than the Big Bang Theory? I mean, come on, look at the difference. We've got all of this stuff available to us that we can prove is fact. And like I said, I respect an atheist. This is good stuff. It's a physical realm. It belongs to us, and I want it. I want that physical realm forever. I don't want to, like, live for 60 years and then die. You know? Oh, I learned about the physical realm. What a wonderful thing it is. I think it's time to die. Goodbye. You know? I'd rather have that forever. Can you imagine how much we could learn in eternity just in the physical realm alone? So yeah, I want it, but it's really not very comparable to take the philosophy of mankind over a period of thousands of years and then look at Genesis 1 and say that it's a storybook. Because you know what? You need to read from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22. And then you need to have the Holy Spirit interact with you throughout that entire reading. It should take you about a year. Unless you're a speed reader, you can cut it down to 6 months. But if you're a speed reader, you might be running ahead of the Holy Spirit. So I'd recommend taking a year. That's my opinion. I know I'm arrogant. I know I'm rough. I know I'm old. And the older I get, the more I look like other old people. Go figure. I like my cell phone. I'll keep it. How much did yours cost?